So, when you think of Smash Ultimate's main theme, there's usually only one that comes to mind. But even from the very start with the Inkling reveal, there was a unique version of the theme, though it was the only one we knew at the time. Take a listen. Pretty neat in retrospect, huh? Let's check out the next one. Yahoo! E3 2018. The time when the phrase "everyone is here" was the big bomb drop. How fitting that the trailer gave us the first look into the first real version of the main theme. Surprisingly, this direct actually used many versions of the same theme, the second version being heard right after the trailer.
That's right. Every fighter in Super Smash Bros. History is joining the battle. Indeed.
How interesting that this version was secretly released, and it was called the Menu theme. Take a listen. Neat, huh? It has a sick bass guitar and drums to pair with this awesome tune. The third version is the most interesting to me. It's the longest song with the most variations within it. I can't show it all here, but here are some highlights. Listen closely.
Link dons his champion's tunic from The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. His bombs are now remotely detonated in your Tunic of the Wild. Although it's been a while, the 2-in-1 fighter, the Ice Climbers, are back. Work together with Nana. Once she's gone, you're in serious trouble. Falco's final smash features an unorthodox ship formation that's more unruly than Fox's. Either way, the Landmaster has been retired. Charge moves, like Samus's Charge Shot, can now power up in midair. You can cancel with jump or dodge, but you'll be open to attack.
Although this isn't my favorite, I still find it the most impressive. With its orchestral variants and epic finishers, it's very cool. The next one was tricky to identify, but it happens during the song count.
Oh wow, more than 800 tracks. And if we count other types of music, like menus and fanfare, then there's actually about 900 compositions. If you played them all in a row, without looping or stopping, there's more than 28 hours worth of music.
It's hard to tell, but this is actually a different version, with high piccato strings playing. I wasn't able to find this anywhere else. The next theme is my personal favorite, being dubbed the Party theme.
There are other additions to the battle modes too. We've added in Squad Strike. It's a 5-on-5 or 3-on-3 elimination style battle to decide the winner. Each player will use 5 consecutive fighters in one battle, but it might be fun for multiple players to take turns as well.
It's so jazzy and fun. It reminds me of Mario Party in a way. With a complete instrumental shift, this version is definitely the most unique out of the bunch. Though the next one is certainly no slouch either.
Before we go, I'd like us to take a quick look at the main menu.
Fitting for the last part of the first Smash Direct, this theme has a much more operatic vibe to it.
As you can see, there's a mysterious mode here, but we can't talk about that just yet. Also, there's a dashboard on the right side of the screen. This can be accessed at any time by pressing the ZR button. Options and control descriptions are listed here as well.
Next, we move into the latest Smash Direct, and let me tell you, there are some good ones here. The first of which happens right after the start of the new Spirits mode. Take a listen.
That said, the Super Smash Bros. Series is one massive crossover at heart, and we want to create something more, a way to enjoy characters other than fighters.
This version is much more cinematic and flowy. Not that that's a bad thing, I actually quite like it, but I will say... Wait a minute, another one? Already? Alright then, take a listen.
To put it simply, these spirit characters will lend a helping hand to your fighters, powering them up in battle.
This version I'm dubbing the Adventure version, because I think this will play while you're on the map within the Adventure mode.
In this mysterious world, the unspeakable happens. Many beloved characters lose their physical forms.
With a much more whimsical vibe mirroring the Spirits mode, this version actually reminds me a bit of Harry Potter.
This is a spirit. Fighters can join forces with spirits to enhance their powers. There's a massive amount of wildly different spirits. One primary spirit can be assigned at a time.
And right off the bat, we have yet another one to look at with the Spirits mode. That's 4 within one announcement. This is a crazy amount of versions of the same song, and we're not done yet.
If a primary spirit has enough available slots, you can assign them support spirits.
This version has a nice, beautiful piano with it. It's a very nice one.
Enhance fighter stats. Support spirits lend them additional skills. Once the primary spirit and support spirits are set, your fighters all powered up.
As you may have noticed, some of these don't have the same rhythm or tune, so to speak. Though this is true, if you listen closely, you'll actually hear the tune play, if ever so differently. This is actually great use of musical variants. With that being said, though, let's move away from Spirits mode and into the next version. Or not. There are actually 5 versions within this mode's announcement.
Even if you accidentally hit the shield, the damage will carry over, so you'll have an advantage the next time you encounter that spirit.
The final one I'm dubbing the minigame version. With a faster pace and upbeat attitude, this version is most likely to be found within the Target Smash mode or something like it.
And shield is strong against attack. It's important to pick a spirit that has an advantage over your...
Finally, we move on from the Spirits mode and into the online mode.
The game lets you battle together with friends via local wireless, or take the fight to the world with online play.
This one is fun. Originally, I mistook it for the party theme, but it's actually its own thing. While it does have a faster pace, it has a ton of variety to it. In fact, if this isn't part of the version 3 extravaganza, I would be surprised. Take a listen.
For online battles, you can set your preferred rules. These rules can be pre-registered so you can quickly select your favorite playstyle, and that we can't promise you'll always be matched accordingly. As such, we'd appreciate it if you could make your connection as stable as possible. A wired LAN cable is recommended. Once your global Smash power is high enough, you can enter elite battles. When you reach this level, feel free to pat yourself on the back. You're good, period. Everyone who plays online needs their own Smash tag. If you beat a fellow player, you'll receive their Smash tag. But it's not like you'll lose your Smash tag even if you lose it. You can select short messages and send them before and after battles using the directional buttons. Freely choose from a wide selection of varied, preset messages.
Next up, it's not on for very long, but this one I'm dubbing the Trophy Section version. You should know by now why that name.
Next, I'd like to change topics and talk a little about assist trophies that will support your fighters in battle. Do you know which characters come from which games?
And that's it. That's every single version within... Wait, there's more? How many? 3? That's... Okay. Let's do this.
Now, I'd like to cover a variety of other features in the game.
This is the online theme, or so I call it. It's much more subdued than the rest, but it's still good. It does remind me of previous online waiting room versions.
You can enter the options menu by pressing the ZR button to open the dashboard.
Next up, there's this version. It's hard to tell, but this is still the main theme, just done in a different way. I imagine this could be a waiting room of sorts, or an alternate character selection theme.
For example, the voices of Pokemon are different in several languages.
And finally, we have the one I'm sure you all have been waiting for, the song Life Light. The third song to be given an official title. This is the story mode's song, and it is awesome. Think about it. The last time lyrics were in Smash was almost a decade ago, and these are in English. Clearly, this is awesome. Let's take a listen.
Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light.
And that is every single version of the main theme that they've shown so far. There's probably still a couple more out there, but in total that I have found within these trailers are 17 versions of the same musical theme. Do you realize what this means? It's in one game. It's within one game. I don't know about you, but that is the most I have ever seen in any game ever. To have a single musical theme. Just that one. This is truly going to be the ultimate version of Smash Brothers, and I am very excited for that.
In the end, the chains of time will not break. Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a past still unnamed.
And that's it. Thank you for tuning in to this week's episode of IO Chat. If you liked it, well, you know what you gotta do. Like, comment, subscribe, and give yourself a hug, because you deserve it. And with that, I'll see you next time. Bye!